Acting Chief Executive Officer at the Water and Sewerage Authority, Kelvin Romain, says a ruptured raw water main at the Freeport Water Treatment Plant reduced production by about 35%, but service to some areas were expected to normalize within 24 hours as work continued to fix the ruptured line. Effects of climate change are being blamed for the reduced output by the desal plant. Desalcott says this year's algae bloom, which usually peaks in February and March, has been high in quantity and is affecting their process.
We have to deal with those organics by chlorinating them to stop them multiplying, and also so that we add chemicals so they will clump together and easier to remove through our sedimentation and filtration systems. But nonetheless, it's so much at the moment that our filtration systems are being clogged, so we can't pass so much water through them. And there's also some fouling of our membranes, which we have to take offline in sequence and clean. And that's why our capacity is currently somewhat reduced.
And apart from reduced production, the Desalcott's general manager says they're now spending double for chemicals used in the treatment. And while he says the algae bloom peak period seems to be longer this year, they are hoping that it will be reduced shortly to allow the plant to be back up to its full capacity. In the short term, WASA will be looking to move around water to ease the shortfall to customers, for example from the Navet Water Treatment Plant. In the case of its south customers, their schedules will be supported by truck-borne water supply. According to WASA's acting CEO, measures are being taken to bring greater relief to its customers.
We would have started a series of projects under our capital investment program where we would see some wells being added to the supply. Those projects actually have already started in the form of the drilling of 3 wells. We expect the wells to be completed by June to July this year, which would see an additional 1.2 million gallons of water going into the Freeport plant.
He says the expectation is that they will be able to move supply from 1 in 9 days to a minimum 24/3 in those areas. And they are hoping to drill more wells in the near future to further increase capacity. Stacey Ann Providence, TDT News.